get stuck in Shine. It just kind of ends up being your stock. So we'll see as we get started with game one.
Yes, so what I want to see from SDJ here is managing crouch cancel percent. As you try to get your way through lasers, you have to take a certain amount of interactions, a certain amount of trades before you can get to the point where you can really start to open up Fox with weak hit aerials at the edge of your range.
You can already see at this moment kind of controlling the center stage there with those back airs, but I love the aggression coming in. SDJ finds that reverse fair though, and you can see that like it always ends up defaulting to this at some point, right? Where it's like, I'm going to hover, refresh on these platforms to get these jumps back, throw out these back airs, and see if I can guess when you're going to come in. If not, usually I can just kind of get out the way in time. But if you guess wrong on the timing, Fox is able to kind of chip away at you. Ooh, that DI was not the best.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just a little bit slight early left leaving the ledge. I think timing mix up at the center stage, obviously a good thing to call attention to as well. Using platforms as a midpoint, as platform movement has improved drastically, as the matchup has improved as well. Not even just wave landing down, but being able to auto-cancel your aerial at the right height, knowing when to fast fall so you can end appropriately.
Especially with the added use of, oh wow, okay, this pressure is a little bit good here. I was like, we might get a shield poke in a moment there. I mean, looking for that up smash probably, maybe falling up air, jab back air, shouldn't be enough almost though.
Managing the lack of Fox's aerial drift and being able to land on the wrong side of Puff's shield is a little bit tricky, but if you're able to do it and commit early on in your short hop, then you can get huge gains.
Whoa. Okay, I'm not even sure what happened there. I'm like, that down tilt did hit, right? But I think he got grabbed at the same time. Oh, just can't pop the bubble.
Good shield angling from SDJ, but not able to avoid the final shine. Unfortunately, just able to turn around on the edge guard reversal.
Okay, a little bit tough starting off here. SDJ, I mean, having a great time, having a fantastic first Puff stock in this set, but finally, I mean, it's kind of interesting, right? We haven't seen any up smashes, but instead it's like whittling down the shield a bit, seeing if you can get to a moment where you can maybe get that jab and then go to conversion from there. But I wonder if it's going to come out. More grabs maybe even?
Yeah, those are all relatively risky against someone like SDJ, who is a huge SDI labber, even on things like weak hit Fox drill from behind, so you can get out behind him and avoid up tilt or the back hit of Shine. Small micro adjustments, I think, we're going to see from Duncan to Duncan being SDJ to those of us.
Oh, I see. You're cool. So yeah.
I'm a cool guy. I'm a friend of all the top players. What can I say? Yeah, just being able to manage his ability to escape combos, figuring out how he's going to choose to do it, and then dealing with the panic option afterwards. Finding DI away on a weak hit nair there will get him his first up smash of the game, and now needs to tack on a fair amount of percent to make this more doable.
Yeah, definitely plays it the safe route, right? It's like, I'm going to do it here because it's guaranteed. You know, some people like to play the matchup and just let it rip. But in this scenario, no, we're going to play it a little bit more calculated.
Certainly not in game one.
Yeah,
you're not letting it rip in game one unless your side.
Unless you want to make a statement.
Yeah, if you want to do a soul read, if you want to do an early on tone setter, but I don't know. I don't think that Minneapolis and Dallas have that long of a deep-seated hatred that you're trying to really wrestle someone's jimmies to that extent. You don't need to play like you're full of beans yet. That's a game 5 strategy.
Oh, that was an attempt there a little bit slow, and that back air is going to spell the doom of Preeminent's penultimate stock here. But
yeah, that kind of early full hop back air from Puff is tough, because if you do survival DI on it, obviously you're going to hit for the next back air, but if you try to DI away for combo, you can just fast fall and babysit Fox's option down there.
Oh, now we were talking about letting it rip. Here it comes. Kind of just wants to bring this back to even as quick as possible, I think. But this back air is a good start here. DI wasn't the best, but didn't take the stock. So for Preeminent, oh, got to be careful there. Got stuck in laser.
Yeah, fortunately, if you do it center stage while your crouch gets percent, it's the most manageable mistake you can make in this matchup.
One more? Yeah.
Okay, don't drop. Yeah, if he's ready for the shield drop timing. That's why he chose to get off ledge early like that. If you fall down there, you can take a shield and get a shield grab, get 10 on the platform, and then there you go.
And I like this, keeping SDJ in the corner here, moving around these platforms extremely well, shield dropping, throwing out these back airs. One does finally manage to connect. And we have ourselves an even game here. 37% is not too bad at all. Tanks that forward air and gets a little bit of an opening for it as well.
Yeah, SDJ looking for a knockdown here. Fox is the percent where he can. Ooh!
Yep.
And then just not ready for the DI.
And so that was the thing that I was going to mention earlier, is that like in the good old days, you would get guaranteed one of those at least like a game, it felt like.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. People aren't ready to manage their ability to SDI one way and then also be prepared to DI once the throw animation comes out, right? So if you're doing passive ASDI on the C-stick, that's not going to help you at all for escaping a throw. But there are certain things that you do need to hard SDI, like Puff Drill, for example, to avoid the grab. But if you're fast enough to react to changing your defensive strategy on the go, you can easily manage both of those. It's just not having the wherewithal to predict an unreactable throw.
Yeah, and it's always tough. I feel like those are like Those are gut punches, you know? It's like,
Ooh.
oh,
Speaking of
man.
which, the tone setter at 0 as well. Just two quick, you know, not a bad rest punish, but you'd hope that you wouldn't be in that situation at all.
Yeah, exactly. You know, making a bit of a comeback in the last game, getting rested, starting off the second game, you're like, all right, I'm going to, you know, change things up, and then getting rested immediately out the gate.
That's the mental edge of Puff. Frankly, I think some of that old school mentality of this is an excellent tournament character to play in higher pressure situations always shines through.
I mean, look at that comeback. That was actually, like, pretty expertly played. That drill off the platform was, like, pretty wild. The fade back was, like, insane.
Yeah, again, Fox not known for his aerial mobility. So being able to put out your aerial as soon as possible after leaving the platform, crucial.
Risky double jump, still doesn't have it. And that's just it.
Well, SDJ would have been there to babysit whatever he could have done. He could have tried to do an instant double jump, and then you can just try to grab ledge late.
The recovery was just a little bit too precarious, burning that double jump on a forward air.
Good choice to light shield there to avoid getting shield poked on the drill by SDJ.
All right, let's see. Preeminent, kind of on the back foot here. Gonna rely on these lasers probably a little bit more. Actually, I guess not.
Good, ready for the DI in that one, but when you're at the edge of stage, it's still a setup like this. Go to ledge, yeah.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Okay, cool. Saw the miss on the platform there, and I got a little bit scared.
Yeah, Puff's down-angled forward tilt actually only hits below ledge for 1 frame during the cycle of it. It's out for very few, but as far as when it actually dips down low enough to hit, just 1 frame. So it's a bit of a gamble. If you can hit it before needing to grab ledge, that's great, but otherwise, typically you'd want to go for a down smash there.
Let's see. All right, yeah, back to the gun. I'm with it.
Yeah, I mean, if you need to get...
That's the tough part, though.
Oh, wow. Ooh, yeah, that'd be the second time SDJ's left ledge a little bit too early. But that's a pretty shallow angle to hit, too. That's not a quarter notch at all, by any means. That's halfway up southwest.
Whittling back here, though. I mean, I'm fine taking, like, straight hits as long as it doesn't send me off stage if I'm Fox here.
Yeah, Puff never likes the trade. I mean, against, I guess, mid-tiers who will have a confirm follow-up on it, but against Fox, you're playing the numbers game the entire time. Yeah. Whether you're managing crouch cancel or you're managing up throw up for %.
And this is, like, great, right? You get a grab here, you can get a KO, assuming the SDI doesn't manage to find its way through. You get an up smash, it's still going to KO here. Oh,
absolutely the 0-2 count of Puff baseball is this situation. Mid-%, nice 2 stocks.
SDI on that jab, though.
I'm wondering if that spot dodge was a tech error, because if you're holding down, you're ready to shield after you finish ASDI down, sometimes you can actually get one out. I don't know. We'll read back the Slippy replay later. Go to the tapes.
Yeah. I have to run it back in slow motion and post.
Ooh. Good shield angling to avoid falling up air, but just not enough left to avoid shine.
That falling up air did not clip through shield. I thought it was going to poke.
Ooh. Clutch tech hit there. If you miss tech on that one, it's run up rest every single time.
Okay, down tilt. Nice. It's enough. Nice. Nice. Knowing your percents there.
Couldn't be me.
No, I feel you on that, yeah. Because I feel like that kind of down tilt is like very traditional, like Falco when you think about it in a lot of ways, but...
Oh, yeah, that's a heartbreaker mistech. Oh, but just SDJ chooses to go to the platform. I think probably wanted to set up a shield drop there.
Getting tagged a bit here. Needs to like get the next like 30% relatively unanswered.
That'll do it.
Okay, that's 2-0 in the favor of SDJ.
Yeah, I picked SDJ to be one of the dark horses to stay in winner's side on this tournament just because there's not a ton of high-level Fox in the bracket today. A lot of Marth, Sheik, Falcon being his biggest threats. I feel like he can clean it up. But SDJ versus Salt at low tide was not the best look for SDJ historically. But, they both share the same region. I just feel like when you talk about the results that went into the mid-season PR for Texas, Salt stood head and shoulders above everyone else and had plenty of data against SDJ. SDJ was right there, right after him, but when you're considering somebody who barely dropped a set to anybody else outside of Texas, for that matter, I mean, it's pretty dominant. Salt, I think, is the current favorite to win the tournament.
Yeah, no, Salt, I mean...
Could be Kadoran. I would love to see Marth Falcon, the Great American matchup in Grands, but
Kadoran
also took a bit of an upset to B-Bats on winner's side. Top 12.
All right, we're going to FD for game number 3. What do you think about the pick?
Yeah, I mean, good use of platforms from SDJ makes sense. If you want a little bit of extra room and you want to benefit from the low ceiling, but take out a little bit of mix-ups that Puff has with regards to stalling aerial timings, then it makes sense to go here as opposed to Stadium.
Hopefully this time around, Preeminent can at least get one on the board. I mean, the past few games, I would argue that like Preeminent has all the tools, I think. There's been a few key decisions that have like led to the downfall, but like they've all been relatively close games. They've gone down to the final stock and then Preeminent either gets like rested or edged out.
Yeah, I know, and it seems like we're talking about this as somewhat of a foregone conclusion. But two things I would highlight for Preeminent being very, very good is confidence moving in and out of shield.
Yes.
And then just being extremely decisive in the corner. It is not easy to get out of the corner against a Puff who has the percent advantage, is up in stocks. You really want to get back to center so you can try to reassert your game plan. Nobody's game plan starts in the corner.
Yeah.
Nobody thinks about melee from that kind of perspective on the back foot.
Oh.
But two, when things are starting to snowball, that you saw the micro head shake, but it could have been a head shake of
Forward throw. Oh, tilt. The tilt.
Oh, Minnesota.
Controller's not working or something. Yeah, I can just see it right there. It's going to be a quick and early. Let's just get me out of here.